So we have our first major tournament for Pokemon Champions with a date, which also gives us kind of a better idea when the release might be. So right here we have the Serebii Twitter. It says, update, the first Pokemon Champions online competition has been officially revealed. Runs Regulation MA rules. All players get a Venusaur for playing 3 battles. Registration opens on April 23rd, 2026. And some extra info is that the registration actually runs throughout the whole event, and the event is going to be on the weekend of May 2, 3 or 1, 2, you know, start of May basically, all the way until May 4th. Now, if you don't know what a global challenge is, basically we've been having grand challenges and global challenges. These are online tournaments where everyone can participate, and the higher you rank, the more championship points you get, which then can get you into the world championships. Now, what makes global challenges different is also that the Japanese players utilize this to qualify for worlds. So this is actually an extra important event for them. The Japanese players have a very different circuit from us, and theirs is honestly just harder, more like random in a way as well. And so these events just matter a ton more for them. Now it says Regulation MA rules. We don't know what that means specifically, you know, in terms of legal Pokemon, but we do know that's going to be with Megas. We can assume the M stands for Mega and the A, I don't even know. Maybe it's like Mega A rules. So this is the first rule set with Megas, and then maybe we'll get like MB rules and MC rules before they switch to something like Terastallization and then have TA and TB and so forth. I don't know, you know, that's just a guess. Battles will run from May 1 till May 4. Now, this does give us some other answers, because if the sign up for an online tournament starts April 23rd, first we know that the game has to come out before that. So at the very worst case, it is dropping April 23rd, which is already, you know, 1 week sooner than might have been possible. You know, when they said an April release, it could have been the end of April, like the very last day, but no, it's at least the 23rd. But more likely is that it's even more before that, you know, because imagine if you wanted to sign up April 23rd, but you'd have almost no mons yet. That just sounds kind of off. So instead, we can start assuming that it's maybe a week before that at least. I'm guessing mid-April is when we're going to get the release. So that's cool. That's exciting. That's 2 weeks quicker than honestly I feared. So I'm kind of stoked for that. But this also creates a new question. Why have they not announced what we're playing at real life events? You know, we have Orlando beginning of April. We can assume that that's not going to have Champions, because even if Champions released April 1st, that would give you 2 days to prepare for the regional in Orlando. It's not happening. Sorry. I mean, I wish it was. I really wish it was, but it's not happening. However, since online competitions start May 1st, does that mean that all competitions are going to be from May? What about Prague? You know, it would seem that the Prague regional will be running while Champions is out. Are we really going to still be playing Reg F or whatever in Prague? What about LA? LA is the start of May. Are we going to have Champions in there? Honestly, the Global Challenge being a thing in Champions is making me slightly hopeful that we will have events before Worlds. But regardless, that's all we know for now. If you want to prepare for this tournament a little bit already, I actually made a video about how you can prepare for Pokemon Champions right now. There are just a few things you want to be doing to give you the slightest edge when the game drops. You can check the video out right here. Enjoy.